Hey, do you want to learn how to use VidIQ Thumbnail Maker? You can generate AI thumbnails for YouTube in seconds. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use it. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get to it. So VidIQ just recently released its new AI thumbnail generator, and we are going to test it out. And they're trying to compete with Pexels AI and ChatGPT. I'm going to make a comparison video on all three of these tools. It's going to be available at the right hand side at the end. When you log in to vidIQ, on the left hand side, let's click on create and then go over to thumbnails, which is going to take you over to this page. And on the bottom, you can write a prompt in this prompt bar. And I'm going to show you what all three of these features does. So let's just generate a thumbnail with this prompt over here, underwater scene with the shark on left side and a McDonald's restaurant. Write this text on top with bold font, really. Let's check it out. Let's click on create on the bottom right. All right, this looks nice. This last one looks really good. These I'm not really sure, but this looks really nice. So what you can do is now edit it. So just click here to edit, or you can also download this to your computer. Let's click here to edit. Now inside it, you can click on refine, and then you can describe any changes you'd like. And when you click here, it's going to give you some suggestions. So add seaweed to the restaurant or add fish swimming around the shark. Let's try this one. Change text to underwater fast food. Let's try this one out. Let's click on make changes. All right, this is what it has created. But now in this image, you can see that the McDonald's is now messed up, the text here. So let's go back here and let's click on refine again. So let's say change shark eyes to glowing. Let's try this out. The one thing I really like about this tool compared to Pexels is that it gives you some suggestions when you type here based on the thumbnail. So that's really nice. But the things it do, like the generations it makes, it kind of messes up the fonts. I think what they should do is they should allow us to use a brush. So just mark where we want to make the changes. For example, we could just say, okay, we want to change this eyes only. So I can just click and drag over the eyes and then specify what I want to change and then click on make changes. This would allow us to not mess up the other elements in the thumbnail. I think they should really add that feature. So let's click on make changes and see what it does. Again, as you can see, it did add some glow here, but then it messed up the font on the right hand side. Let's try add seaweed to the restaurant as well. Make changes. Again, in this, it did add the seaweed and everything, but I do not like that it keeps on messing up the font of this McDonald's restaurant. So next up, we've got eraser. So we can draw over what we want to erase, I think. So this feature is available, but they should also add it for refine so that we can edit and fine tune where we want to add or remove, etc. So let's just do this. And on the bottom, you've got size. So you can increase the size of this brush or decrease it. There's a clear and erase. So if you click on clear, it's going to clear that selection. So let's increase the size and draw over it again and click on erase, which is now going to erase this part from our thumbnail. As you can see, it did a great job. Now we can add text on top of it, or we can also refine and then say, okay, add a text. But again, it's going to mess this up, so I'm not going to do that. Let's just cancel it and add the text like this. It's going to be a manual process, but it's much better like this. You've got style, so you can edit the style of this text. And they've got some good ones here. I like this, so I'm going to change it to that. And we can double click on it to change the text. Okay, that looks nice. Hover on these corners and decrease or increase the size of it. You can also click here to edit your text. You can move it forward or backwards. Let's add another text. And if I move it on top of this, I can use these two buttons. So if there are more elements on screen, you can move it back or forward. So I can move this text behind this other text like this. So this is how it works. I'm going to delete this one. If you want to duplicate this, you can just click here to duplicate it by clicking on this button. Or if you want to delete it, just click here to delete it. Let's go back. Now you can add a sticker. Sticker basically means you can add an arrow pointing to it. So for example, I can add this one, red arrow, rotate it by clicking over here to rotate and point it towards our McDonald's restaurant. Next up, you can also add an image. So basically you can add an object to it. For example, if I click here and add an image, this one, we can add it to our thumbnail, move it around. You can also remove the background, but because this image already had the background removed, so it's fine. We can move it and place it like that. This is from Indiana Jones. Just telling you if you don't know about it. And you can flip horizontal like this. All right, so we have looked over all the editing stuff inside here. Let's go back to our thumbnail generator. I'm going to look at this video button next. So you can click here to analyze any video on a YouTube, and based on that video, it's going to generate a thumbnail. So what I did here was I clicked on it and go over to my public videos. I clicked on this one, which is enable console, and clicked on continue, which is going to start downloading the video, and then it's going to analyze the video. Then it's going to make this thumbnail, which looks nice. It has this Counter-Strike 2 on it and open console now. Great. Just like this, you can give it a video. You can add a video link or upload a video from here, and it's going to analyze the video and make the thumbnail. I've also done this with describe your thumbnail idea. I just said, okay, make a Alone in the Woods type thumbnail and add this text on top of it. This looks really nice. This one looks really nice with the text and everything. All right, next to this, we've got faces and objects. You can add your own face to a thumbnail. So let's click here and upload your own face. I'm going to use my own face here that I've uploaded. Click on it to add it. Next to it, we've got reference, click on it. And over here, you can upload a thumbnail reference that you like, or you can also browse from here. So you can go to trending and look at what videos are working and their thumbnails. So maybe you want a thumbnail like this. Based on this reference, it's going to make your thumbnail. So what I'm going to do is search for Mr. Beast, and let's go for this thumbnail reference. Let's click on continue. So I'm going to try this, generate a thumbnail like the reference. Let's see if it recognizes this thumbnail reference that we have added, and add a dinosaur behind me. Let's check it out. I've also added my face. You can also add objects to it. Let's click on create on the bottom right and see what it does. All right, so this is what it has created. It looks nice, but it's too close to the camera. So I'm just going to click here on edit, or maybe this one, this looks nice. Click on edit here. Now, what you could do is you can click here and decrease the size of it, put it over here, and let's click on make changes and see what it does. Okay, based on that, it made the thumbnail look much better. I really like this one. So basically, if you click over here and move this around, the thumbnail is going to regenerate and adapt to where you have put your face. So this looks really nice. And if you want to make some changes to it, just click on refine and ask it to make that change. For example, if you want to add a title, let's click here and say something like this, add a bold text on top, don't look back. And it gives us these helpful suggestions. You can also use this ancient language font, but let's just try this out. Okay, that looks fine, but it's not that great. So let's go back here and click on refine again. Let's try this one out. Beware the dinosaur near skull. Let's see if the suggestion is better. Let's click on make changes. Okay, that looks nice, but it just messes up the background. Like you can see, it makes it look more blurry on the background, but it did add the text. Maybe what you could do is just click here to text, to add the text, add a text manually, because if you go here in style, they've got really cool styles here. You can also use custom to make your own style. I think for this would be great. Yep, it looks nice. Let's just add it over our skull, make it a little big. And let's also add a sticker like this, increase the size and rotate it a little bit. All right, this looks really nice. Actually, I should go back and move this flip it horizontal and move this to the dinosaur, because that's what we need to be aware of, and not the skull. So let's just move this a little bit up. Yeah, this looks nice now. Let's go back to our thumbnail generator, and yeah, I'm still impressed by this thumbnail that VidIQ has created. All right, so that was it. And now you may be wondering how many thumbnails that I can create with this tool. I'm on the Pro plan and I can generate, I think, 10 thumbnails with my plan. But if you upgrade, it's unlimited, if I'm not wrong. And I've put link in the description so you can go through that. And if you buy any of the paid plans on VidIQ, it's going to help me out with a small commission. And if you want a comparison between Pixels, VidIQ, and ChatGPT, which one generates the thumbnail better, I'm going to do that in another video. It's going to be on the right hand side. You can check it out from there. So yeah, that's it. This was a tutorial on how to make AI thumbnails with VidIQ's AI Thumbnail Maker. I hope this video helped solve your problem. If it did, let me know with a like and comment. Also on the right hand side, you're going to find that comparison video and more of the VidIQ tutorials. So see you there, and bye for now.